correctly. I've never gone live before, so hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Simone. I do fashion and style content, color analysis, all things fashion, and I'm the owner of Halo Image Consulting. And recently, I just hit 500 subscribers here on YouTube. Yay! I mean, it's so like a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of the internet, in the grand scheme of content creation, but it's a huge deal for me. I haven't been at this that long. I'm not really a social media person, but of course, because of, having your own business, like this is the way to do it. You got to put yourself out there. So I'm just so glad to hit this first little big milestone and celebrate with you guys and do a little bit of a get to know me Q&A moment. So over on my Instagram, earlier today I asked people to submit some questions. So thank you to everyone who submitted questions for us today, and we can kind of go through those. If you're not following me over on Instagram, it's just Halo Image Consulting over there as well. And actually, I am a lot more active on Instagram. I feel like I connect with you guys easier through there. So if you want more like day-to-day fashion takes, advice, shorter form content other than YouTube videos, you can definitely follow me over on Instagram. But yeah, today let's dive into some questions. And actually, I thought I'd do a little perfume winter scent. Here are my top few favorites for winter scents, because of course style is not just clothes. It comes down to your energy, the clothes you wear, your image, your persona, and of course down to your scent as well. So just so I'm not talking and just answering questions like an interview, I thought I would do some of my top winter fragrances as well and talk about that. So yeah, definitely like the video, like the live if you're interested in this, and hopefully I can do more of these if this is something that you guys like. But let's dive into the first question for this Q&A. Let's see. Again, thanks you guys for submitting questions. It means a lot to me. So how did you get into image consulting and color analysis? Let me actually pour some tea. I have my little teapot here, which is so cute. Me and my mom did some shopping over the weekend, and this is iced hibiscus tea, one of my favorites. So how did I get into image consulting and color analysis? So I don't know if you guys know this, but I still work my 9 to 5. I'm in PR by day, and I think sometimes we just get bogged down in our 9 to 5s, and we think about doing things more creative that we haven't explored before. And so one day I was resting, I was really tired. This was a couple years ago, and I just thought about what could I do that would never feel like work to me. And then I laid down, I kind of took a nap, and I was floating in that in-between space of being awake and being asleep, and it just came to me after sitting on that question for a little while. And it was just boom, image consulting. It just felt so right that I could do that, work with people one-on-one, and it would just never feel like work for me. In the world of fashion and style, literally since my whole life, I've always been into style, design, beautiful things, curated looks, textures, that kind of thing, but it wasn't something I explored a lot growing up. I think we're just, kind of conditioned to do the thing that's going to be the most stable, do the thing that's going to be the most lucrative, and so we don't always explore our creative passions. But once I figured out that image consulting was going to be the thing for me, I just hit the ground running with Halo, and it was idea after idea, and it was such a fun way to just get started. And then of course at that time too, a couple of years ago, color analysis was something that was having a huge resurgence on TikTok. And if you don't know, color analysis has been around since like the 60s or 70s. I mean, if you ask your grandma, she'll probably say, oh yeah, I had my colors done for my wedding back in the day. So it's been around forever, but it was having a huge resurgence right when I was starting my business. And while of course like the styling was the main thing I was interested in and most passionate about, color analysis was also super interesting to me. And I felt like, you know, why not give my clients like the best styling experience? And of course that includes like knowing the colors that best suit you, knowing exactly what's going to bring out your natural beauty. And so yeah, the color analysis has just been something that's been so instrumental to serving my clients the best. And of course you guys can book virtual or in-person sessions for that at my site. So yeah, that's how I got into image consulting and color analysis. All right, so let's do a perfume next. All right, so one of my top picks for winter fragrances is, let's start with something on the affordable end. I know you guys have seen this on TikTok. It's been everywhere and I didn't want to believe the hype, but this is the Fleur Vanilla Skin and it literally smells like brownies on me. Like it smells like a fresh baked batch of brownies. And it's pretty affordable, but that's gonna be one of my top winter scents because it's warm, it's like cozy, it makes you feel less chilly. It's not like, you know, citrusy. It has those vanilla notes, that musk. So it's really gonna make you feel warm and kind of that like scent sweater, if you know what I mean. So that's gonna be one of my top winter scents. And so I'll come back to the rest after I do another question for the Q&A. Let's see. So who are some of your favorite designers or fashion houses? So I will say when I went to Paris last summer, I went to the Museum of Fashion and I got to see some Mugler pieces up close and personal. And oh my God, I mean, it was like, the construction of the pieces was so just beautiful. I love how the designer emphasizes the female frame in such like a beautiful and exaggerated way. I mean, you have not seen an hourglass shape until you've seen someone in Mugler. Like, it's crazy. So just from an artistic standpoint and a visual standpoint, I love seeing Mugler. It's just like so fascinating up close in person. And then I have also been loving Sézane recently. I'm sure you guys have seen that brand popping up. They have a pop-up shop here in DC where I am, but they are a French brand, so they're all over Europe as well. They just have some really wearable, high quality pieces that I absolutely love. And I feel like they really blend like structure and femininity and softness and flow very well, while just giving this really interesting balance to the clothes and looking really put together. And then they, through their jewelry, they kind of integrate this like natural, you know, floral and like natural designs, calling back to nature in their earrings and like their bangles and things. So it really, I feel like, encapsulates a lot of really good balance. So I love Sézane, you should check them out. And then I also love Zimmermann. Zimmermann is great. It's just like super feminine, floral, lots of dresses. So can't get enough of that as well. Great for spring and summer, I think the most. All right, let's do another top fragrance pick for winter. Let's see. Let's go with an obvious choice next, an oldie, a goodie, the bestie. It's gonna be the Baccarat Rouge 540. This is the Extrait de Parfum. And let me actually look up the notes here to see what it actually says, because this is like a cult classic fragrance. And I mostly only wear it in the colder months of the year because it, I don't know, it's very warm and it's a little bit fruity, but not too light, not too citrusy. So let's see what the notes are. It says top notes are bitter almond and saffron. Middle notes are Egyptian jasmine and Virginia cedar. And base notes are ambergris, woody notes, musk, and cashmeran. So that sounds amazing, all of that. But I love this fragrance so much. It's definitely like a sultry vibe. So I love to pair my fragrances also with my outfits because I feel like it's just an extension of your style. And so when I'm wearing something like slinky, sexy, usually like black, I'll wear this, something sexy with structure. I'll wear this because it's just a very classic, elevated, sophisticated type of scent. So I love this one for the winter as well. It'll definitely keep you warm. All right, let's do another question. I can't believe I've already been on here for 11 minutes. That's crazy. Okay, I don't know how people do this. This is like a lot of talking and I don't know if it's my jam, but let's keep going. Okay, so Social Mariposa, hey girl, thank you for submitting your question. She says, do you have any fun hobbies outside of fashion? And yes, of course, I feel like I really like scratch my creative itch through hobbies and through like doing things with my hands and getting outside of my head and like getting inside my body. So I am a huge like Pilates, yoga person. Like if I could do yoga every single day, I definitely would. I try to get into the gym at least a few times a week. And then I also do lots of different dance classes. Like there's a really great studio near where I am. And I have done like heels classes, I've done pole dance, I've done belly dance as well. Belly dance is so fun. Like it really like is grounding, especially I always do it with no shoes. So it just feels really good, like a really great release, like release all that energy from your hips and just so much fun. I've also done like hip hop. I've done, me and my friend, Nadika, hey girl, if you're watching this, we also have done, what was it? Sensual K-pop? Like not, it was insane. It was so fast, but it was like so much fun. So I do a lot of dancing, also cooking. I love to cook. So just after a long day, like doing something creative with your hands is just really a good way to ground yourself and like get back into your body. So I really enjoy that as a hobby. What else did you guys ask? Okay, let's do another fragrance first. So another winter fragrance that I love to be an extension of my outfits is gonna be the Lancome Idole. You can see I've used quite a bit of it here. This one is one of my favorites. Like seriously, Zendaya was behind this perfume and she really ate that down. It's so like rich. Let's see what the notes are. I don't even remember, let's see. So notes of citrus, rose, jasmine, and white musk layered over a vanilla perfume base. So again, seeing this theme of vanilla and jasmine for winter. I honestly hate jasmine, like I hate the scent. And I can kind of pick up on it here, but after a while, like the way it plays with my skin and my body chemistry, it melts into a warmer, like more, I don't know, just more like rich version of how it smells in the bottle. And I especially love using this as an extension of my outfit or to kind of tap into a certain energy when I'm like in a more sensual mood or like going on a date or like trying to just really get into my body. Like this feels like I can do anything when I wear this. Like it just feels so like empowering and womanly. And that warmth and the musk from the vanilla and the musk, it really is great for winter because it adds that layer of coziness and warmth. And then the citrus and the rose on top, like I love rose. So the rose on top of this kind of keeps it light and adds like a citrusy punch, but underneath, and especially the longer you wear it, it really warms up the scent and kind of keeps you warm during those colder months. And this also lasts forever on the body and on the clothes. Like there have been times where like, you know, I'll be out for like 10 hours, 12 hours, and it's just still on. Like you actually have to wash it off. So highly recommend the Lancome Idole. It's so, so good, especially for those winter months. And even though this one is much cheaper than the Baccarat Rouge, which is also a cult classic, this one for winter, like, I don't know, it just fades so quickly from the skin and from your body. So this one is one of my favorite winter scents to kind of pair with my outfits and really like extend my energy through what I'm wearing on my perfume. Okay, so let's do another question. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see. So who are your style inspirations? And this one, like immediately, I don't know, like fashion and style, it's always been something so, like from such a young age that I've always been interested in. So in my mind, I automatically go to like The Nanny, Fran Fine on The Nanny, and Hilary Banks in The Fresh Prince. Like their styles are just so like memorable and feminine and classy and classic, but also continuously on trend. Like The Nanny, she really just hit it out of the park every single time. And so I think like even to this day, like I just love for myself and my body type and my aesthetic, like I love simple classic shapes and lines and silhouettes that follow the natural curve of my body. I'm pretty short, and I think Fran Fine or Fran Drescher from The Nanny, she's also pretty short. And so oftentimes like the things that she would wear, like the mini skirts, mini dresses, things that follow the natural shape of the body were great for petite women and women with an hourglass frame or, you know, like more of a curvy figure, because it really comes down to like your body type, sometimes with how you decide to dress and like who your inspirations are. So, and I think looking to someone with a petite frame and like a curvier frame like myself really helped me to hone in on exactly the style that not only I loved, but that was gonna work for my body type going forward and growing up. So those were definitely some of my style inspirations when I was younger, and it just sticks with me to this day. And so if you are kind of struggling with finding your style, definitely look to, you know, influencer or celebrity inspirations that have your similar features, like have a similar stature to you, have a similar body type, have similar coloring and features, and it'll be so much easier to figure out exactly what looks good for you. So I would say those are definitely some of my inspirations. Okay, let's do another perfume. So this little one is actually Burberry Her. It's so, so good. Oh my God. I mean, another really warm, this one is a little sweeter, like sugary. Let's look at the notes. And you can see like this is my like going out vial. So I'll take this with me, roll it on, and I would say it has good staying power, but it just smells so good. The way it develops on the skin is just like amazing. Really great for winter. Again, has jasmine in it. Like 3 of these have jasmine, which I hate jasmine. I'm really like, jasmine tea is just like disgusting to me. I'm not really sure how I'm like having jasmine in all of my fragrances, but so the jasmine is like a warming element. This also has wood and creamy amber. So again, those warm notes are going to kind of round out the scent, give you that cozy feeling in the winter time. And then it also has crushed berries and violet. So it has a little bit of a citrus aspect to it, and some floral notes to kind of freshen it up a bit. I would definitely wear this with like some sort of winter dress, like sweater dress, boots. Like it's just so cozy. Pea coat. Like I love using my scents to just be an extension of exactly what I'm wearing and how I'm feeling. And if you have not already, something I tell my image consulting clients all the time is like, definitely figure out your signature fragrance, because that's going to help round out your persona. And then also whenever you put it on, you're going to step into that person. And so for me, I definitely think it's going to be the Lancome Idole. It's just, it feels like the highest version of myself when I put it on. And so again, that's just another way to layer on the essence of you when you're figuring out your personal style and figuring out exactly how you want to present yourself. Okay, let's do another question. I think this will maybe be the last one. Okay, this will be the last one. So, this says, what season are you? So yes, for color analysis, what season am I? I'm actually a deep winter, and yeah, I love my palette. Oftentimes when I do color analysis on people, not often, I'd say sometimes, maybe like 15% of the time, they're a little bit thrown off by their palette because it's not what they're used to. Maybe they don't visually love the colors, but that's not what color analysis is about. It's about finding the colors that work in harmony with your natural features and that elevate your natural beauty. And so whenever I'm doing analysis, I'm always like, okay, like don't look at the color itself. Like don't think about if you like the color. Like we're looking to see how your skin reacts, how your eyes sparkle, or how your darkness comes out under your eyes when you're wearing the wrong color, The colors play with the light and play with our features and our skin to make all these subtle changes. And when we're doing your colors, like we can really hone in on the exact season and sub-season for what works best for you and what will make your daily getting dressed ritual the easiest and most streamlined and make you feel your best. So I feel like the winter palette is perfect for me. I have always worn a ton of black. And if you don't know, I say this all the time, but black is only within the winter palette, and it's not the most flattering neutral for everyone. Even though it may be slimming, it can also be very draining if it's not the right color for you. So I love that I get to wear a lot of black. I love that I get to wear blues, cool tones, deep tones. And as a winter, part of that means having high contrast. So, between my eyes, skin, and hair, you're brighter, you have higher contrast, so you can handle those deeper, more pungent colors with a little bit more saturation. So I love being a winter, and I love helping people discover exactly what their palette is, because then, your life just becomes so much easier once you know that kind of information, and it lasts a lifetime. So I think that's it, you guys. I think we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for joining me for this live, my first live ever on YouTube. If you liked it, leave a comment or, like the video so I can know if you want lives on YouTube again. I mean, I feel like it was a little weird for me, but maybe if you guys like it, I'll maybe do more. Yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.